Happens. I'm your host, Yomi, and I'm excited for today because it's all about creativity, wellness, and community. I'm joined by Miss Amber Rayne, who is proof that you don't have to leave the DMV to build from the ground up. So, the queen of behind the scenes. Hey,
Hey,
welcome.
what's up, guys? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
You look so cute. I love the brown,
Thank
like put
you.
together.
Thank you.
So, how are you? How's your week going?
It's going pretty good. It's been a little bit busy. I'm in a lot of meetings right now
Okay.
and really preparing for, the second half of the year
Of
and
course,
kind
of
of like
course.
sowing those seeds to kind of reach some of those end of the year goals. So it's
Mhm.
just been a lot of like preparing and planning and a lot of manifesting and
Love
getting
that.
things in order. Yeah.
Yeah, manifesting for sure. I feel like that's definitely important, especially when you like want to make things happen and
Yes.
positivity is just the way to go. So make sure y'all stay positive, believe in yourselves, love yourselves. So tell us a little bit about your journey. What inspired you to become a creative director?
I think so. I've always been very creative since I
Mhm.
was a child. I've always been very artistic. Love drawing. I used to write a lot of poetry and things like that. So, when I started uh, kind of exploring different creative mediums, I kind of just used it as a way to uh, express myself
Mhm.
and really just have something else to do besides like, school and work and like
Yeah, or
all the
like watching
things.
TV or things like that.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
really wanted to like create
Mhm.
and not just kind of um be a bystander to what all these other things that are happening around me. I really wanted to create and put different things out into the world. So I started like exploring different creative mediums to express myself, and it
Mhm.
went from like modeling to photography.
Mhm.
And really, when I got into photography, that's really when I started exploring more being a creative director.
Mhm.
As a model, I was always very open about different concepts I wanted to do when I worked with photographers. So
Mhm.
I didn't really have a lot of photographers creating entire concepts. Like sometimes they would come up with an idea, maybe I would build off of that. But a lot of times I would say, like, I have an idea, I have a concept, I want to shoot this, I want to shoot
Oh, that's
that.
dope. Okay.
So when I got into photography and I was on the other side of the camera, that's when
Mhm.
I really kind of took the opportunity to uh, bring all the details that I had in my mind to life, including like finding the right person to actually maybe be the model. Because, there's some ideas that I felt like I really want to do this, but I might not be the right model or person to
Okay. To
represent
do
this
it. Yeah.
concept.
Yeah.
And that's not really what I have in my head. So
Mhm.
being in that photographer and creative director position gave me the opportunity to kind of control every aspect of my vision that I really wanted to bring to life. And from there, I continued to explore different creative mediums with art direction, wardrobe styling,
Mhm.
set design. I was still modeling and just taking like all kinds of creative gigs. Like I was just doing whatever and
That's
trying
dope though.
things.
You were like literally trying every single thing from photography, modeling, behind the scenes. You also mentioned like writing poetry too.
Hmm.
That's dope. Do you
Yeah.
do you still write?
Not really.
No. Oh, okay.
I feel like the last time I wrote a poem was like a couple years ago.
Okay, okay.
Um, and the reason I don't really write poetry anymore is because like I'm a super private person.
Okay. And you kind
Like,
of don't want to like share.
and also I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of traumatized. When I was a kid,
Why?
okay, when I was a kid, I used to write poetry and I used to
Okay.
have a diary and I used to write my diary and all that.
Mhm.
And my little sister will always go through my diary.
Oh,
And
okay,
then
okay, okay.
one year I got one of those secret diaries that was
Mhm.
supposed to be voice activated. So you
Oh,
would have,
I remember those. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
got one of those. I think my parents knew
You was the ish if you had that.
I
Yeah.
had that joint. I was like, my parents knew. I was like, she's she's about to stop writing in their
Right.
diary if we don't get her something. So I made my password. Why did my sister open it? We
Open
have a
it?
very
Oh, okay,
similar
okay.
sounding voice, and she was able to open it. She found
That's
out my
crazy.
password because she heard me saying it,
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
and so she just repeated it, and it opened for her. And I was like, "Bruh, this is." This
Crazy.
is a
Because you
scam.
got to think about it back then, like technology wasn't like how it is now. So, it's
Absolutely
probably
not.
like easier for her to just open that joint.
Absolutely not. And I also know how I am. Like, I'm very good at finding out information and finding details. And I was just
Mhm.
like, I don't need nobody to be knowing what's really on my mind. I
Yeah.
don't need
So
anybody to be
she read
finding.
everything,
Yeah, she would be telling me stuff. I'm like, how do you know that?
right?
She read it in my
Going through your
diary,
diary.
being sneaky.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all upset. I probably said something to my parents. That's when they got me a secret diary. That didn't work either. And after that, I was kind of just like, you know what? I'm just gonna like keep certain things to myself because I just don't need anybody discovering
Right.
my
Right.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Like and bringing it up later. And I'm like, how
Right.
did you know that? No.
That's true. I used to write poetry too. Like this was like way back though, like middle
Hmm.
school, high school, And I remember we used to do like little talent shows at school. And I would like go up there and like, say my poem or something, but I'd be like super nervous and
Yeah.
like super scared. But then after a while I just stopped. But now I just kind of journal. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
kind of cool with that. But I will say that sometimes like with my journal, I be feeling like I need to hide it or something. Like,
Hmm.
cause I'm just like, I don't know who can go through my shit. I
And
don't know. You just don't know. You
that's what
feel
I'm
me?
saying. Like
Like I
I
could
don't
leave it right here. Somebody might be like, "Oh, like let me just see this real quick or something."
Yeah.
So I'm just
And
like,
yeah, I've had my privacy violated unprovoked a couple
yeah, we don't need
times.
that.
So, I'm a little more cautious. But I also think that kind of makes me think a lot more about like what I put out of
Right,
my
right.
brain into the world,
Yeah.
like what thoughts I actually make physical. Because once you write something down on a piece of paper, it becomes tangible. And
Yeah.
that's why somebody else can pick it up and read it and start,
Mhm. That's
whatever,
true.
knowing
Yeah.
these things. So I feel like not I don't know. I think and reflect a lot more about my thoughts and the way that I think because I'm not as quick to like just put stuff out there,
Yeah.
and I do like have certain people in my life that I know that I can talk to if I need to vent or if I need to like get a rant off or something
Mhm.
like that. But I also kind of like have comfort in knowing that like, like I'm telling this specific person,
Right. So I
they
trust
I
you.
trust, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
certain level of trust. Like, I know if anybody knows that this was you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I leave
Yeah.
my journal, who knows who's gonna pick that up?
Yeah.
But
No, that's true. That's a fact. You
yeah,
just don't know.
yeah,
Um, so I know you created the Vibes Don't Lie R&B show.
I did.
Yeah, and I was like kind of stalking your Instagram today. So I was like, this is so cute. How did that come about?
So I talk about things for a long time before I
Okay.
do them.
It's okay because I'm the exact same way. And I feel like that's something I'm working on this year, but we getting better. We getting
I'm
better.
trying my hardest, and I will say that somebody else had to kind of like hold me accountable and
Right.
give me the push that I needed. Shout out to Baki,
Okay. Yeah, you always need
because
that.
he is the one who was like, "You've been talking about this for a year. Like I'm sick of you." Like he was fed up. Like he was just like, "When you gonna do it?" And I'm like, "Oh well, I'm not prepared. I don't have this in
Right.
place. I need." My budget, blah blah. He's like, like we
The
well,
last of your
yeah,
worries.
he was
Yeah.
like, "Don't even worry about that. May 7th on the calendar. We're gonna do it or whatever. I'm a partner with you."
Oh,
So I'm
that's
like, "Okay,
dope.
cool." So that was the plan.
Mhm.
Then something happened, and that was no longer the plan
Oh,
because we couldn't have it at the venue we initially wanted to
originally?
have it at.
Oh my God, I would love that.
And we were trying to figure out if we were going to be able to keep it at that venue. So I
Mhm.
pushed the date back.
Okay.
But at a certain point, you know, things were still uncertain and I had to make a decision for the sake of the success of the event.
Right.
So I ended up making the decision to actually just change the venue.
Okay.
It ended up being a huge blessing in disguise.
Okay.
Simply because just different factors that different attributes that the venue had, like the venue that I ended up having to change the venue to ended up being the better option anyway, even though
Oh.
I was like kind of forced to be in that position. But it was just something I had talked about doing for a really long time. I
Mhm.
really feel like there is so much talent in the DMV. I mean, across the board when it comes to all types
Absolutely.
of
Yeah.
mediums.
Yeah.
And I wasn't seeing a lot of R&B shows. I hear
Mhm.
about tons of R&B parties. I
Or
hear a
like
lot of
hip hop parties
yeah, I
or
hear a
things
lot
like that,
about
but
like
not, yeah.
showcases where there's a lot of rappers and stuff like that. And there's, a different variety and I think there are some shows out there,
Mhm.
but I really was like I feel like I know a lot. I personally know a lot of R&B artists that like are really good. And I would love to see them on a show together because I think a lot of these artists they put together their own shows. They do their own EP releases and things
Mhm.
like that. But it's just them.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to like kind of bring all these artists together, put them in the same room,
Give
bring
them a
their yeah,
platform.
and bring their
Yeah.
audience together and like
Yeah.
let your fans might be end up becoming fans of someone else on the
Right, of
show.
course. Yeah.
And getting hip to their music. And this is another DMV artist to support. So, it was just something that I definitely had to get pushed into doing it because I
But
definitely
it looked like it was a success, you know?
it
Like it yeah,
was.
like I looked at the highlights and I also recognized a couple artists
Mhm.
that performed. So I wanted to ask you too, how did you go about like picking the artists that you wanted to use for the show?
So these pretty much all the artists were artists that I knew either personally
Okay.
or I like maybe not were super close to them, but maybe work with them in some
Hmm.
capacity or work with their like management or people that do production for them. So
Right.
I was already familiar with their music.
Okay.
Some of them I had seen perform before, and they also were just different artists. Like they all had a different type of R&B music to present. So it
Right.
wasn't just like the same thing or the same subject. It was just a really good variety when it came to R&B. So I felt like it was a good lineup. I feel like I've seen these people work really, really hard
Hmm.
on their craft, put a lot of effort and intention into their music and be consistent with it. I've
Right.
seen them perform. I've seen people come out to support them on their shows.
Hmm.
So I just felt like this is gonna be a success.
Right.
And like I said, getting if I didn't know them, getting the opportunity to know them through the process really helped me figure out like how I wanted to provide a platform for the artist. That's why I
Yeah.
kind of like created a theme. Like
Hmm.
I kind of end up
Vibes don't lie.
I kind of end up kicking myself later because
Why?
I was a little stressed out because I
Okay.
was doing so much. Like I organized the entire event by
Myself.
myself. I did
Okay.
all the production. I made all the flyers. I
Okay.
booked everybody. I did all the communication. I did the sound check. I did everything. So
To the sound check?
yeah,
Wow.
like I facilitate
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, why did I create a theme? Now I have to like get decor and decorate and
Yeah.
like, I just but I did it. I was like, I have to sell it. Like this is I can't half-ass it. I'm
Yeah.
already in there. I'm already knee deep. So it ended up just coming out so good. Like I'm
I love
glad that
that.
all the things that I was like
Stressing about
stressing
worked out.
about that I was forced to do regardless. It worked out and it was I don't know why I can't talk. It was a huge success.
That's good.
Um so yeah,
Would
like
you do it again?
I'm going to do it again.
Okay, okay.
I'm definitely going to
Okay.
do it again. People have been asking.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um
say you should do
I'm
it again.
I'm looking at, potentially bigger venues. Um for that first event, I had to add tickets twice. So I technically like sold out the event twice.
Okay.
Um and there was definitely luckily that space had like an outdoor space where people could kind of go in and out and there was a
Okay.
little more room. But I do think I would like to try to like find a space where I could have a bit more people and maybe
Okay.
also add a couple people to the lineup
Hmm.
because I want to just kind of like expand on what I'm doing and continue to give the artists that were on that first show a platform as well as more artists. Like I know these artists are looking for opportunities to perform.
Right,
So
right.
the more I can provide for them, like that's the whole goal. Is like I want to create community within the DMV where we're all like want to do things for each other and help each other. So
Yeah.
that's really a lot of the motivation behind it. And I just happen to start with like the R&B show.
That's dope though. And I also feel like the DMV artists in general, they're just kind of like underrated. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So I love that you're just, trying to give them a platform and just, other people can be them. Like you were saying earlier too, you just never know. Like if you're hearing somebody at a show, you're like, oh, I kind of like it. You
yeah.
might Shazam it, you might look it up, or
Yeah.
like I remember, I went to this show like not that long ago, and I didn't know who the artist was. I was Shazamming it, couldn't find it, and I like kept asking someone. I was like, yo, like what's the artist's name? And I was looking them up on like Apple Music, and that's just like word of mouth. Like you just
Mhm.
kind of vibe with the artist when you
Yeah.
listen to them, especially like when it's live too.
Yeah, and It was really cool because I heard from people in the audience that I know were familiar with maybe one artist and came out to see them, but they
Mhm.
ended up bringing up one of the other artists and was like, "I love their performance. Like
Yeah.
that was so good, blah blah blah." And there was like Raheem Devon came out and he
Mhm.
had like a lot of good things to say about the performers.
That's
DJ
good.
Academics from 95.5 came
Okay.
out. And he also like was like let people know that like he tries to provide a platform, through the radio as well. He like
Mhm.
always plays new artists and artists from the area and to like submit their music. So it was just really great that people that really, are aligned and support the vision like,
Yeah.
came out to support, especially people that have their own platform. So
That's
it
dope.
was
Well,
cool.
we'll definitely be looking out for the next one,
Yes, thank you.
but with creativity, I know that's like a lot of work. And with a lot of work, that means you also got to take care of yourself,
Yes.
right? So how do you prioritize self-love and self-wellness?
So I think for me, I think it's a mindset thing. Like
Mm.
I have to make a conscious effort to prioritize myself. I can very easily become like a slave to like my emails and my phone
Mhm.
because I work in an industry where things can happen really quickly, gigs
Right.
and opportunities can come up really quickly. You have to move fast, you have to
Mhm.
talk to a lot of people. And in general, within filmmaking as a producer, I have to talk to a lot of people. I have to talk to a lot of
Right.
strangers
Right.
and
Right.
people I don't know. So I have to exchange energy with a lot of people that
Mhm.
I don't know all the time. And so I had to at some point make a conscious decision that like after a certain time,
You shut
like
it off.
yeah, like it's done.
Yeah.
Like and maybe I'll check just to see if there's anything super important and if I have the energy or capacity, I may address it.
Right.
But I don't allow myself to like 24 hours a day be constantly alerted by
Yeah.
people and work. Like I set aside time on my schedule for myself.
That's good, as you should.
I block off times on my day where like I'm going to take a nap, I'm going to eat, I'm going to whatever I need to do to take care of myself, even if I
Yeah.
need to take a quick mental health break,
Yeah.
before or after I have this call. Like I'm not available from 3 to 4 o'clock.
Right.
I have a meeting with myself.
Right.
Okay.
No, that's good,
Like
as you
that, you
should.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I set those I make a conscious effort to block in time with myself no matter what. And I set those boundaries with people and I don't necessarily tell them like, oh yeah, it's because I'm doing
Right.
whatever. Like
And you
that's none
shouldn't
of
have
their
to explain
business.
that.
I'm just
Yeah.
not available at that time. I'm available at this time. And
Right.
that's when we can, discuss work or whatever else.
Right.
But that's a really big thing for me. And also just like making sure I take time to rest, meditate, and like completely unplug
Mhm.
from uh everything and everyone. Like relationships, like friendships, family, like anybody that is needing me at the time, like I have to take a block of time and just kind of disconnect from everything,
That's
take
dope.
time to myself and just kind of like reflect on my thoughts. What am I trying to do? What are my goals? What am I, just really focus internally on myself and also provide myself that sense of self-awareness. So it's taken a long journey to get there, but like
You learn,
I'm there now.
you learn as you're going though. What is one favorite habit you think you have that you pour into yourself, like a self-care, self-love habit that you have?
I treat myself.
Okay.
So I like, or should I maybe I reward myself.
Yes, there we go.
So
Reward yourself.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's a better way to put it. I reward myself. So I make sure that if I know like it's some stuff I really got to get done or that's really important, especially if it's something I really don't want to do, maybe I'm procrastinating on a little bit. I'm gonna think about what's gonna be my reward for this.
Okay.
And I use that as my motivation
Vision. Okay.
to get whatever I need to get done.
That's
So
good.
whether it's like, you know, after that, I'm a, have my J, have my wine,
Mhm.
spend time with my friends, or, maybe binge watch some TV that I'm not learning anything from because
Right.
I like to actually like watch documentaries and how
Okay, right,
to's
right.
and like
Docu-series?
I love things that are like gonna teach me something, like
Okay.
anything for real. But there's also like I'm a filmmaker. I watch everything. I can't even lie. I watch the worst reality TV to the most important educational, like Ava DuVernay origin films, like it's all over the place, to anime to whatever. Like
Yeah.
I watch it all. I watch everything. So there's certain types of media and film that like I'm consuming that because I'm done.
Right, right. You're
I'm done for
just
the day. I don't have any
yeah.
obligations. I don't really need to think too hard about
You
anything
just
else.
chilling.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
dope.
I find ways to like compartmentalize to like,
That's good. That's good motivation. That's
yeah,
a good way for you to be like, all right, let me just get this done real quick and then I can go, ease my mind and things like that. So that's good. Good for
definitely.
you. As a black woman in the field, how do you empower yourself and like females around you?
I try to hire them as much as possible.
Okay, I like
I
that.
try to bring them into my spaces as much as possible. I try to provide whatever resources,
Hmm.
help, advice, suggestions that I can as much as possible.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I get opportunity and we can get some interns or some PAs. I will say, I'm looking for PAs, women of color preferred, not
Mhm.
required.
Right.
But that's what I'm prioritizing because everybody else gets priority most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the least I could do is like, give them an opportunity first. Not saying
Yeah.
that it has to, be that or that I'm excluding anybody because that's not the goal or the intention, but there's so many barriers of entry to so many industries for women of color,
Yeah.
and
I
sometimes
agree.
it's simply because we don't know, we're not even aware that the opportunity exists. Nobody's telling us. There's
Hmm.
nobody that looks like us.
Right.
A lot of times with film, especially because it's a male dominated field, there's just a certain level of male camaraderie, and that's not bad, but it's like that's how like, oh yeah, now your best friend and your cousin work with you because like they're PN and we needed them to move some stuff around and it's heavy and it's like, at the end of the day, it's can the person do the job? It don't matter if they're a
Yeah.
man, if they're a woman, if they big, if they small, it don't matter. Can you do the
That's
job?
true.
Because
Yeah.
if I need you to do some paperwork or I need you to get everybody in this room to sign something, like should I like hire a woman instead because like I'm to assume they're like more personable
Right.
or
Right.
easy, like that's not fair either.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, there's just a lot more barriers to entry, and I'm aware of that. So I try to provide opportunities and prioritize bringing other women in the space and just provide as much mentorship as possible. Like whatever I can do, I'm gonna do. At
Right.
the end of the
Right.
day, everybody else, you know,
You'll be all right.
yeah. Or you might have to like, you know what I'm saying? You might have to pay a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm not willing to give it to you, but I work really, really hard to
Yeah.
get where I'm at, and I'm still the minority in the space.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes other people they really need a chance. And you know what I'm saying? Like other people have a little more opportunity, a little more wiggle room.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
And I think it just
Yeah.
takes like the person like for them to have one chance real quick, to
Hmm.
like show what they have, what they can bring to the table and things like that. So the fact that you're doing that, that's dope. Kudos to you.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
try.
I
I
love that.
try.
What advice would you give to women trying to form their own path?
You just gotta be brave. Like,
I like that.
you
Yeah.
know, the
That is
work
that is true though.
there's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much, it's
You gotta
not,
be brave.
you don't have to be not scared. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be brave at the end of the day. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of scary stuff out there. It's a lot of situations that, you know, may intimidate you or make you feel like you're not, like give you imposter syndrome. But at the end of the day, like you have a choice whether or not, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be brave or not, despite how scary the situation is. So, and also know that like, you know, you have as much time as you give yourself. So you can't
That
be
is true.
afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to, you know, like you can't be so afraid to be embarrassed or to be like ashamed that like you don't even try or you hold yourself back or you don't put yourself out there. You sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. I've been
Yep.
doing that.
Yep.
I've
Yeah.
been faking it, okay?
Yeah.
All the damn time.
Yeah, that's true.
Inside, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm doubting. I don't know. But at the end of
But
the
you
day,
still
like
doing it, you know
I
what I
believe
mean?
I believe anything is possible. And I be thinking to myself, if they can do it, I can do it too. Like I do it
That's a
too.
good
I
mindset
just
to
gotta be
have.
brave. Like, I just gotta be brave.
Yeah, in this journey, I feel like there's just a lot of like ups and downs. What would you say is something that your journey has taught you about yourself?
Oh man.
It could just be one thing.
I mean, it's taught me a lot, but I'll say it's really taught me that I have to believe in myself. Um, because nobody else is really gonna believe you or be willing to uh go on the journey with you if they
Mhm.
don't see that you believe in yourself. Like
Right, right. That's
you
true.
have to be always willing to help yourself. And a lot of times, a lot of other people are willing to help those who help themselves. So
Mhm.
I have really learned that like I have to really believe myself. I have to stop doubting myself and I have to stop wanting to have so much control and have
Mhm.
more faith
Yeah.
because I think a lot of times, the doubt comes from I might have no idea how this is gonna turn out. So it's like, if I don't feel like I got a solid outcome or I can like reasonably predict that this is gonna work or be successful, do I wanna take the risk?
Right, right.
And you gotta take the risk. You gotta take the risk. Like scare money is never gonna make no money. And that's what
That's what
I
I've been telling
really had to
myself
learn.
this past couple months. I feel
Yeah.
like I be scared money sometimes, and I might need to stop doing that.
We will out overthink and outthink ourselves out of reaching our fullest potential. It's nobody but us. Like we just gotta get out our own way.
So I like that. Make sure y'all taking notes and listening to my girl. So what would you say are your future goals for Amber Rain Media?
So my goals are to put out more of my own content.
Okay.
I produce a lot of different content and media
Mhm.
for a lot of different people. I work on a lot of other people's projects and I do enjoy it, but I feel like now is the time for me to really um
Pour into your cup.
yeah, and
Yeah.
really embrace like some of the things that I'm passionate about
Mhm.
and not be afraid to ask people for help because I help people
That's
all
a
the
big
time.
one. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a big one.
I help people all the time, but I just be, not ever wanting to feel like I'm a burden to somebody or
Of course.
overextending or asking for too much. So it's been difficult, but I'm really ready to put out more of my own content. And I definitely have a lot of things coming up and things that I've been planning that I'm really excited about. And I also just my goal is to get bigger projects and bigger clients for my company so that
Mhm.
I can provide more opportunities
Mhm.
for my peers and the people around me. And like I said, especially like women of color that are trying to get into
Yeah.
some of the industries that I work in. I think one of my purposes is to just like provide opportunities for people and help people.
Yeah.
So anything I can do that can continue to do that is what I'm trying to do in the future.
You saying that just kind of triggered me up thinking about something that I saw on your page too. Um, you produced a video for Mariah Dawn.
Hmm.
How did that come about?
So it actually came through working with Raheem Devon.
Okay.
He's one of my clients. I've been working with him actually since like almost the beginning of my film career. I produced two of his videos
Okay.
early on, and I ended up working with him a lot again in the past couple years. So he actually had a song with Mariah,
Okay.
and he referred her to us to shoot her video.
Okay.
So we ended up shooting Hold On Me, which was a single that came out last year.
Hmm.
And it was like a beach
Type
water.
vibe.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
was really crazy because if you live in Maryland, you know how some of the beaches are out here.
Right. Right.
And
Ain't no really no
we
beach,
ain't
but
in
yeah.
Miami.
Right.
We are not
Right.
in Miami,
Yeah.
okay? It is not giving that.
Yeah.
So, and a funny story. So the director came up with this concept, and I'm like, we're not in Miami. Like, when you want to do a beach shoot in Maryland, where are we doing this?
Right.
Um, on top of the fact that like she's from Louisiana. So she
Oh.
came into town.
Hmm.
So I was just like, there's a lot of logistics there when it comes to, you know, the Ocean City is 2.5 hours away.
Right.
So if
Right.
you're flying in,
You
you
just
still
doing
have to
too
fix.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a lot of logistics. It was like for me, I was like, this is a logistical nightmare as a producer,
Right,
but
right.
this is what the director wants. And
Yeah.
these people are also my friends. So
So
I'm
it was like
like,
hard for you to say no.
I mean, I was going on them the whole time. I was just
Oh,
like, why
okay,
would y'all
okay,
do this?
okay.
Like, you're crazy. You're stressing
Right,
me out. But it didn't matter because I was like, we're still going to do it. I'm still going to do it.
right,
It's going to be wonderful.
right.
But y'all are just going to stress me out in the process. We had like 3 or 4 location scouts to different beaches in Maryland
Jeez.
before leading up to it. But I ended up finding the best location for the
Okay.
video and it came
Okay.
out amazing. And so we ended up doing some more work with her.
Oh,
I shot
nice.
her live performance video for her feature on a Kelly Clarkson
I
show.
saw that. Yeah, yeah, that's what I saw, and I was like, "Oh, it made me think
Yeah.
about that." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So she's an amazing artist. She's been a great client and great person to work with. But
That's dope.
yeah, her and Raheem, they have some more music coming out. We had did
Okay.
another video for them for like a part 2
Mhm.
of that original song. So who knows how many parts there's gonna be. There might be some
Right.
more parts. But they work really well together. And yeah, like she became a client through him. So
That's dope.
yeah, it's dope. I love working with, I'm sorry, no offense to anybody, but I love working with women clients.
Okay, good, good. Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
I love the whole, you know, the glam and just like that whole aspect of it and just like making them look like ethereal and amazing. And
Making
it's
them
just,
feel good
it's
about themselves.
fun.
Yeah.
It's fun because like I've done a lot of rap music videos and I'm also used to working with a lot of guys and like,
Yeah.
you know, I like working with, working on projects where like the women are kind of like, you know, the center. They're
Yeah.
not, you know, it's cool when there's like the models and the extras and stuff, but it's like, okay, we about to,
They're the center. Yeah, it's
yeah,
different.
yeah, we're about to
That's dope.
like do this amazing project for this girl. So I love it.
That's dope. So you are a guest on the show.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play a quick little game.
Oh, okay.
It's called Rapid Fire. So I'm gonna ask a question, and I guess you just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. Your favorite local artist.
Favorite local artist?
Mm-hmm. And don't get mad if she don't say your name.
Oh my gosh. Um, does it matter if they're, oh, is it like local or can they just, are they from here?
Whatever you consider local artists. I guess like DMV.
Okay. One of the first people, the
Right.
first person that low key came to mind was Ari Lennox.
Okay. Okay. Ari Lennox. Yeah.
I love her voice.
Mm-hmm.
I love her music, all of her songs, like,
Fire.
and
Yeah.
like I feel like the DMV has some really amazing male R&B artists. Obviously, Raheem is one of my clients, so
Mm-hmm.
like Raheem, don't beat me up because you know
Right.
I love you, you're the best. But Ari is just, you know, she's young, she's got, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that her songs are so relatable and just I can always listen to her.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. I like that answer. One word for 2024.
2024?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Like last year was one word you would describe it as.
Shit. It
Shit.
wasn't that great.
I'm dead.
That was the word. It wasn't that great. Like it was okay. It was kind of some shit. It's okay.
Okay.
So
I
this
agree.
this year has been better. It still has
Good.
challenges, but we going up. Last year though, shit.
Go to self-care activity.
It's I was gonna
Correct.
say eating key lime pie.
When you said eating, I didn't even know where that was about to go to. But
I
okay.
mean,
Key lime
considering,
pie.
yeah,
I
I
don't
okay.
really like key lime pie. Well, maybe I haven't had it in a while, so I gotta try like a good one.
Girl, you gotta get the one from the Amish Market Bakery.
Yo, I've heard of the Amish market. I need to go. We need to go.
Going to the Amish market
We
might
need to go.
actually be the real answer to that question. Like that might be my number one form
I
of
just
self
seen a
care.
video the other day and I was like, yo, I gotta go. Everyone said that their food is bussin'. Their drinks are like so good. Like, I need to
Girl,
go.
let me.
There's a couple places in
Don't.
Maryland, I think.
I go to the one in Laurel personally.
Okay.
Do not meet me there. I will not talk to you. I don't want to talk to people in public. Nobody. No offense. I just don't like talking when I'm out trying to like. That's my time. I'm at the Amish market. Let me
Amish
cook.
market.
Let me
I
get my
gotta
produce.
go.
Let me get my
Right.
produce. But no, girl, the chicken wings, the barbecue,
The chicken wings. Don't even get me started with some wings.
okay,
Wings
the
is, like, my
fresh
favorite.
fruit. Okay,
Yes.
you got the whole the bulk candy and snack place. Okay,
Yeah.
the bakery. They got two bakeries. They got like
I heard them donuts be busting in there.
the donuts, the cookies, and they like got the rolls and all the breads, and then they got like the cold bake, like the cheesecakes and the key lime pies and the chocolate mousse pies and all that stuff.
Chocolate mousse pie, you got me there.
Look,
we gotta go.
Got something for everybody. We can go.
Yeah, I want to go.
We can go.
I want to go.
That's the Amish market. I didn't know that. See, the Amish market. So the Dutch Amish markets in Maryland, they're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Unless it's like if there's a religious holiday like on a Friday or something, they might open up that Wednesday because they'll be closed on that Friday. They're never open on Sundays. The ones in Maryland, the Dutch markets in Maryland, and on Saturdays they close at 3. You gotta get there early. But I recommend going Thursday or Friday if you can.
Closing at 3, yeah, that is early.
They make all their money by 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I bet.
Look, everything be almost gone by 3 o'clock now.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
A song that feels like healing to you.
Ooh. That feels like healing. That's a really hard question. That feels like healing.
I'm over here thinking like, damn, hold up, what song feels like healing to me?
Yeah, because like there's songs that I really like and but what healing is to me is a very like, okay, what do I actually feels like heals me when I listen to it? Can I look at my music
go
real
ahead,
quick?
go ahead.
Okay.
I'm over here thinking about healing, but I'm like, damn, I can tell you some songs that fuck me up. You know what I mean? Healing.
That's what one of the songs that came to mind. I was like, that song makes me cry, but not
right.
in a good way.
Yeah.
It makes me think about like some really like, okay, you know what, y'all?
What?
This is actually an unconventional answer because this is a new song.
Okay.
But right now I feel like it is healing.
Okay.
But it's not. It's definitely not what anybody would expect. But that song by Flippa T, Affirmations. Hey, Slim. That is a healing song.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard that song.
It's like affirmations of a real bitch. You got we can play it.
Yes, we gonna hear this.
It's a very motivational song, and I feel like that like it's healing to me right now because it's like things that you need to hear. You need to like hype yourself up. You need to believe in yourself. Like you need to like when I was like down and depressed, this was not what was going through my mind. So when I hear this song, and it's like a turned up song. It's not a chill song.
Right.
When you hear it, you're like, yeah. I'm in
my bag.
I'm in my bag. Like I'm really that. Like, yeah, let me go ahead and turn up. Let me turn up. Let me turn up on myself.
Yeah, I need to hear that because I need that.
So like, yeah, that's not like, I listen to meditation music all day. I don't know what the songs are called, but that's like always in the background music. But right now, what's healing me is those positive affirmations.
Love that.
And I get that through that
affirmations get you a long way.
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
Well, I want to say thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And before I let you go, really quickly, what's one self-love, self-care note you would give our listeners?
I would say always prioritize yourself and your self-care because you can't help anybody if you're depleted. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, you can give and give and give and give, and you'll be a great person. But will you have what you need to sustain yourself?
That's a great question.
So always make sure that, you're taking care of yourself and prioritizing your self-care. It's very important.
I love that. Make sure y'all continue to like, comment, subscribe, and join me on my next episode.
You have to toast.
Cheers.
Great show, bitches.